Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM, and if realistic, true-to-life, rural American maps are what you're looking for in Farming Simulator 25, then look no further. This is one of 3 maps recently made public by Delta South Mapping and Modding, and in my personal opinion, they are very special. Available to download from Delta South's itch.io page, for PC only, 4x in size, precision farming and row crop system ready, with a handful of custom crops too. This map will provide countless hours of immersive, realistic, and perfectly authentic rural gameplay. Welcome everyone to Jones, Louisiana.
Son of a southern man, daughter of a freedman, children of the Civil War. Blackbird on a limb, both of them diving in deeper than they've been before. And down a red dirt path, covering their tracks, strangers in the light of day. Can't fight it, can't stop, and if they get caught, it's gonna be hell to pay. So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River, where the cool dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Can't nobody stop love tonight. Didn't know they'd been followed down through the hollow till a hand grabbed her by the arm. Blood's thicker than water, but even his father ain't never gonna do her no harm. And whiskey on his breath, they were scared to death, and he was meaner than the devil himself. It was him or them, and you can call it a sin, but the Roanoke River won't tell. So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River, where the cool dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Can't nobody stop love tonight. Stop this love. Can't nobody 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 stop this love. So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River, where the dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Can't nobody stop love tonight. So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River, where the cool dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Can't nobody stop love tonight.
So, a little bit of information about the map before we crack on and have a look firstly at the map PDA. So, as I said at the beginning, it is a 4x map, it's for PC only. The map is based on real digital elevation model data. It features 121 fields, there is 1 starter farm, but there are 39 purchasable plots, pastures, small pastures to build your own farm if you so wish. There are 2 grain sell points, 1 peanut mill, a cotton gin, a livestock dealer, a hay and straw bale sell point, and there is a co-op with an anhydrous purchase point as well, which has been added for precision farming. And that is it. Now, when I say that is it, I'm not meaning that in any negative sense whatsoever. This, to me, this map is the dictionary definition of less is more. Something I've really admired about Delta South Mapping and Modding's work now for some time. The fact that they're based on the real life area, they feature only the crops that are grown in this area of the world, in the deep south, I think it's considered. And the feeling, the immersion, the realism that these places give off, I think is absolutely perfect. There are some extra crops on this map. There are early soybeans, there is non-GMO corn, medium grain rice, and also peanuts, which is quite interesting. The early soybeans, when it comes to drilling these crops, the early soybeans and non-GMO corn and your peanuts, you use a traditional base game planter, and for the medium grain rice, you use a normal seeder. When it comes to harvesting, your early soybeans and your non-GMO corn, you use your grain header for your early soybeans, your corn header for your non-GMO corn, and for the peanuts you use these couple of bits of specific machinery. You have this, I think it's called a KMC digger. You use this to essentially like a horn topper. You run this first and you drop the peanuts into rows, and then you follow behind next with this this harvester, which then picks up those rows, and then you can chuck them in your trailer and get them sold. I will pop links to these two mods as well in the video description below where I managed to find them, but yeah, that's what you'll need to work these peanuts. So it took me a few minutes to figure out how to work them, but yeah, relatively straightforward. But they are these maps, and I say these maps, obviously, you know, I have this map, Jones, and there are another two maps that Delta South Mapping and Modding has released into the public on his itch.io page. You have Bronwood, Georgia here, and you have Delaplaine, Arkansas as well. Now, they feature, of the three that he's released, Jones is the one that I've picked as my favourite, but they all feature similar features and unique qualities in that respect, especially when it comes to the design. They're all 4X, they're all based on real digital elevation model data, and they all have their own, they all have a very similar feel to them, and they're all very, very special. So by all means, the link to his itch page will be in the video description below. Have a click on all three of them, have a download and see which one of them you prefer. They're all equally great in my personal opinion, and it's the feel of the things. It's the fact that they feel so rural. The dictionary definition of less is more, in my opinion. They really are absolutely incredible maps. They really do feel perfectly rural if you want to start from scratch with some old, knackered, simple machinery and build your empire up if you wanted to. But of course, with it being a 4X map, you can go for your life and start however you want. You know, there's so much scope for creativity on this map. If you wanted to build a massive farm, there's so much land, so much area to build with. It's just, you can just go for your life and design whatever you want. It's absolutely perfect. But just, like I said, like I keep saying, it's the way they feel to me, which is what makes them feel so very special. It's relatively straightforward. We'll have a look at the PDA in a second or two. But yeah, like I say, the definition of less is more when it comes to what's on the map. But like I said, there's nothing negative meant for that whatsoever. It's absolutely perfect. So let's jump into the PDA and have a quick look. Right, here's the PDA. So as you can see, when it comes to icons on the PDA, there are very few, and I suppose that's why I keep saying this thing about less is more, because I know a lot of players like to focus on production systems. Does it do this? Does it have a dairy? Does it have the carpenters? Can you build all these prefab walls and all this kind of stuff? On this map, no, you can't. You can if you place your own production systems down. You know, the world is your oyster in that respect, but that's not the point of these maps. These maps are meant to feel like the places they are built on and made to look and feel like. So the focus is corn, soybeans, medium grain and long grain rice, cotton, and because the areas are so rural, there's only a handful of buildings that would be in this kind of area of the world. So when you look at the icons on the map, this is where you start off, where this fuel tank is, towards the north of the map. Now this is where I have assumed is what is considered the main starter farm. So this is where your character starts off when you load into the map for the very first time. So there's a fuel tank there and a plot with some very basic sheds on. As you can see on the very top and south of the PDA, you have the icon for Goldcrest Rally, where you can rent the train. There is a rentable train, so you can sell your products to Goldcrest Valley using the train. But then you have the Grain West Silo. I'll zoom in a little bit so I can click on the icons. You've got the Grain West Silo as a sell point. You've got the Cotton Gin for selling your cotton bales. You've got a grain selling station there on the other side of the road, and then you've got a handful of purchase points here, so you can buy in your anhydrous, your fertilizer and lime, you've got a gas station, you've got a point for liquid fertilizer and herbicide, and then you have a purchase point for seed. You head a few miles down the road here and you have your peanut mill for selling your peanuts, of course, and then right towards the very south of the map you have the animal dealer, of course, and you have a point for selling your hay and straw bales. And that's it. And again, I don't mean that in any negative way. I love the fact that this map is so detailed and so immersive, yet so basic at the same time. And it's I keep thinking I need to say I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not. I adore this map. I really do. The other two as well, Bronwood and Delaplaine, all have their own special features and qualities. They all feel similar in design, but of course they're all individually based on the places they're meant to be, so they all have their own individual charms. So like I said before, take a pick, get all three of them, figure out which one you prefer the most, because I think if you guys and gals out there, if you like the idea of a really rural American map that feels perfect, one of these is going to be for you. They really are. So anyway, yeah, PDA. So we've got 121 fields, I think I said there was. A nice variety of shapes and sizes, and as you can see, obviously from the colours from the PDA, it's corn, it's soybeans, it's medium grain rice, and it's cotton and peanuts as well. So yeah, really quite unique in that respect. But one thing I do appreciate about this, say this map, but also on his other maps as well, is the land prices are not extortionate whatsoever. So let's pick. Let's go right down to the bottom here. Field 101, this gigantic field of cotton. This is just under 95 acres and it comes in at 250 grand, which is pretty reasonably priced, really, when you consider some of the pricing on other maps in Farming Simulator. We'll go over here to field 19. Comes in at just under 10 acres, 26 grand. It's not so bad at all, is it? You know, and everything in between. Field 74 here, over here. Just under 55 grand for 20 acres. You can see where I'm going with this. The land prices are you wouldn't consider it extortionate whatsoever. 126 grand there for just under 50 acres, so it's pretty decent. There's some decent areas of forestry as well on the map, so if you wanted to buy those plots in and get a bit of woodwork going on, a bit of logging, a bit of wood chips and all that, you can do. These areas here, just so you know, you see these like turquoisey coloured areas. These are water areas on the map, lakes and ponds and whatnot, just in case you were wondering what that odd texture is on the in the PDA here. But yeah, that's the PDA pretty much. There's not really much more to say. I don't need to spend ages going, this is that, you know, there's a town here and this is where this production point is. The map has what it has and that's it, and it's a feature, a charm that I really do appreciate about Delta South mapping and modding's work. So not much more to say, really. That's the PDA. So let's have a bit of a fly around and just take it all in, shall we? Right, here we are up in the sky, and we'll just do our very best to try and take it all in from up here, because you get a really good idea of the lay of the land on a map if you have a look at it from above. But where I am directly above here is one of those points on the PDA that I said was like a water area. It's more of a swamp, as you can see, with all the trees growing in it as well. If you just show you exactly where I am on the PDA here, this is us here. So it's very much like a swamp area, as you'd expect to find in this area of the world, and it feels brilliant, don't you think? Now, you'll have to excuse the odd patterns that you see on the fields. I have my my LOD and view distances set to the default maximum of 200%, and on a 4x map like this, obviously, you know, we've all got that. We're all familiar with that circle of that render circle that we get there, but yeah, can't really turn that up much more, otherwise my computer will implode. But yeah, you get where I'm going with it. But as you can see, well, this is one of the areas that is considered a purchasable plot to start off with, if you so wish. Just nice and run down, uninhabited, very, very basic shed there to start off with to keep your machinery out of the rain. But again, you've got the area, the capacity to create what you want on here if you wanted to. Just jump in here and have a look at how much this plot is here. So this would be either plot 130, would that be? Comes in at $15,000. That's pretty reasonable, but it looks like this is part of plot 24. That comes in at 10,000. Right, where does that plot? What is this plot part of? Would that be plot 175? Oh, there we go. Well, that comes in at 0. So that's you're purchasing a whole load of land there, and that comes in. That's completely free. Just north of 1,175 acres there. I can't actually seem to be able to click on this plot here, which is the one I wanted, but yeah, you see where I'm going with it though. All these plots you can purchase if you wanted to start off really rural, but just it's the feel of the place, as I keep on saying. Loads and loads of trees, and nice little windy roads in and out of these rural little areas. There's so many options to start on this map if you wanted to. Little areas here where you can just buy a little plot, start off basic, or you can just go and buy a great big plot and go full creative, build a massive farm and get a massive empire going. But yeah, looking at it from above here, so much space. The fields are huge. Cracking multiplayer map, of course, with the fields being the size they are. Be a perfect multiplayer map, this one. But yeah, it's incredible map, it really is. Right then, so I'm over here on the very far east side of the map now. I thought it would just have a very quick look at a couple of the other little starting areas that Delta South has placed on the map for us. So this plot here is plot 90, and it comes with this field next to us here on the right, this field of corn at the minute. And again, in a very simplistic fashion, you've got this basic house, which is easily turned into a sleep trigger when you can just place down a sleep trigger on the doorstep, and this relatively straightforward shed to keep your machinery out the rain. That's pretty much it. Now, none of these, when you own the plots, the buildings aren't removable from the construction menu. So if you did want to get your imagination on and go full creativity mode, you'll probably want to, if you didn't want to start with this, but you like the idea of the plot, you will probably need to jump into Giants Editor and do a little bit of deleting in Giants Editor there to remove these placeables, to remove these buildings, sorry, because they're not placeables to be removed out of the construction menu. But that's fine. Again, it is what it is, because this is a PC only map. You know, the wealth of things that PC players have at their fingertips is incredible, really. Like I say, Giants Editor, the ability to delete and remove things at will like that, it's pretty cool. So yeah, you can't delete any of these, but this is one of the starter areas. Like I say, it comes in, I think it's just over a 10-acre field, this one here. But yeah, it comes in at a nice 28 grand for this little plot here, which is pretty cool. Now, Delta South did say in the map details that there was, I think he'd stated there was 39 starter plots and pastures. Now, I've only really been able to easily locate a handful of them. We've got this plot here, which is plot 134, again completely empty. You can start from scratch, just a nice open area. You've got this plot here on plot 135, again completely blank, easy to get your creativity on with this one. And then plot 123 at the north of the map, which is in front of the starter area that I believed to be the starter farm where your character starts off. Yeah, plot 123 comes with these little bins here, and also a little bit up north of the field in front of us there as well. It comes with this little area with a shed as well. So relatively straightforward, relatively basic, but brilliant at the same time. I feel, in my personal opinion, I just love the way it's all set out. It's absolutely incredible. Now, something I meant to mention earlier on in the video as well was one of the mods that you will need to have to make this map function properly is one of Thundar's mods, the default types mod. You can get these Thundar's mods. This has been a topic of discussion, I know, in my YouTube comments for quite some time when I did the map tour of Gage, Kentucky, regarding the acquisition of a few of Thundar's mods. You don't have to pay for any of Thundar's mods. You just need to create a free Patreon account and join his Patreon to be able to access a handful of these mods. For example, the row crop system mods, the default types mod. You will need his latest default types for this map, according to Delta South, and there's a handful of others as well which you can access if you join his Patreon. But yeah, it is free to join his Patreon. I know it's a little bit convoluted. I know some people have been in the belief that you've got to pay for these things, but you don't. Categorically assure you don't. You just need to create that free Patreon account if you haven't got one already, and then you can log on and join Thundar's Patreon and get access to those mods. So yeah, there's a genuine reason for him doing it. It's the reason why Thundar particularly puts his mods behind his Patreon is so none of the scraper sites can get hold of them and start just dishing them out willy-nilly, if you know what I mean. It's quite a clever and genius way of stopping that from happening. So yeah, that's all good. But yeah, I just thought to show you very quickly a few of the starter plots that Delta South has laid out on this map. Now, it was never going to be a massive map tour in my head, this one, purely because, like I keep saying, less is more. There's so few things to really focus on in that respect on this map and these maps, but I wanted to showcase them to you because they've only just recently been released to the public. I wanted to get word out that they exist and for other players, you guys and gals, to experience and have a go at with for yourself. I think they're absolutely perfect. Of course, we've got the extra features, the extra crops, the early soybeans, the non-GMO corn, the medium grain rice, peanuts, and the couple of different bits of machinery that you'll need to work those peanuts. But apart from that, that's kind of it. But it's the design, it's the feel of the place, as I keep on saying, that I feel more people need to know about. Because when it comes to content creators, I haven't seen, in my little corner of the Farming Simulator community, I've hardly seen anybody talk about and work on these maps, these Delta South modding and mapping maps. I just wanted to get the word out that they exist. The itch.io page link will be in the video description below. Get more players familiar with the name and playing these maps and get the word out there, because I think they're absolutely perfect. I know a lot of people enjoy playing US maps. I've always said across many videos before that US maps are actually my favourite. Yes, I'm British, I live in the United Kingdom, I love a UK farm, a detailed UK farm. I love a wide variety of different maps in Farming Simulator, but I have a real soft spot for the American US maps. That's what I first started playing Farming Simulator 19 with, and I will always have a proper soft spot for them. So when maps like this exist, which feel so perfectly rural and quiet and unpopulated and unpopulated, I think is the right word, isn't it? The only things that exist on maps like this are the stuff that the map maker is meant to put in there to make the place feel like the place it is designed on. And for me, it's absolutely perfect. It really is. So, like I said, it wasn't going to be a huge map tour. This is kind of it. I just wanted to showcase it to you, tell you what it contains, have a quick look at it from above, put the links in the video description below, and say, guys and gals, go and download them and have a look at them, because they are absolutely brilliant. They really are perfectly rural and they have a great immersion to them. They really do. But for this map tour video, very brief, but I do hope you have enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope it's whetted your appetite to go give those links to download and try them out for yourself. If you like the idea, if you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed the video and you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and jump on board joining the channel. Please hit that like button too, as it does do wonders, helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And if you like the idea of supporting the channel, there are a couple of ways you can do that. There is my Giants Partner promo code, if any of it are in the market to purchase Farming Simulator 25 or any of its add-ons or DLCs. There is coffee.com if you'd like to buy me a coffee. And there is also my G-Portal affiliate link, if any of it are in the market to purchase an online server to play with your mates. Any help and support there, ladies and gentlemen, would be massively appreciated. So, thanks again for your time, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.
Son of a southern man, daughter of a free man, children of the Civil War. Blackbird on a limb, both of them diving in deeper than they've been before. And down a red dirt path, covering their tracks, strangers in the light of day. Can't fight it, can't stop, and if they get caught, it's gonna be hell to pay. So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River, where the cool dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Can't nobody stop love tonight. Didn't know they'd been followed down through the hollow till a hand grabbed her by the arm. Blood's thicker than water, but even his father ain't never gonna do her no harm. And whiskey on his breath, they were scared to death, and he was meaner than the devil himself. It was him or them, and you can call it a sin, but the Roanoke River won't tell. So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River, stop this love. Can nobody stop this love. Can nobody stop this love. Can't nobody stop this love.